Take a slow breath. Not because you're behind, not because you need to catch up, but because something important is already true. You don't need to force your way into a better life. Most people think they hate work. They don't. They hate the weight of it, the way it drains them instead of feeding them, the way it asks for their best energy and gives nothing back. But here's the quiet truth. Work only becomes exhausting when it fights who you are. There are people, ordinary people, who wake up, do something that feels natural, and get paid for it. Not because they cracked a secret code, not because they work harder than everyone else, but because they stopped building against themselves. They chose work that fits. And when work fits, something powerful happens. You stop needing motivation. You stop negotiating with yourself. You show up, not because you must, but because it feels normal to do so. That's the kind of business you're capable of building. Not loud, not stressful, not consuming your life. A business that slides into your day instead of hijacking it. Here's what no one tells you. Enjoyment is not a reward for success. It is the engine. When something feels light, you stay with it. When you stay with it, you improve. When you improve, value appears. And when value appears, income follows. Quietly, steadily, without drama. You don't need to chase trends. You already spend time on things you enjoy. You already follow your curiosity without trying. You already return to certain ideas again and again. That pull matters. Curiosity is not random. It's your attention pointing towards sustainability. And the moment you stop dismissing it as just an interest, everything changes. Because curiosity does something discipline never can. It renews your energy instead of draining it. Energy is the real currency, more valuable than time, more valuable than money. You can have hours available and still feel empty. But when energy is alive, even one focused hour moves things forward. That's why small, enjoyable projects win. 1 hour a day, sometimes less. Not grinding, not pushing, just showing up calmly, consistently. And here's the relief most people don't expect. Your business doesn't need to be your identity. The healthiest businesses feel like side quests. Optional, interesting, low pressure. They give you room to explore, room to adjust, room to evolve without fear. When the stakes feel light, creativity opens. Original ideas appear. You stop copying what works for others and start building something that feels unmistakably yours. That's when personality becomes an asset. Just clarity in how you think, explain, choose, and care. People don't trust perfection. They trust consistency and honesty. And trust grows fastest when the work feels human. You don't need to be visible if you don't want to be. You don't need to post every day. You don't need to compete. Some of the calmest income comes from quiet systems, simple digital products, curated knowledge, clear explanations, useful structure, thoughtful guidance. Work that doesn't ask for constant attention. Work that keeps delivering even when you rest. And notice how different that feels. No pressure to scale endlessly, no fear of slowing down, no burnout waiting around the corner. Because when work respects your energy protects your work. This is not about doing less. It's about doing what lasts, staying small by choice, designing around real life, letting income support your days instead of swallowing them. You don't need to rush, you don't need to prove anything. You just need to stop ignoring what already works for you. The things you do anyway, the ideas that stay interesting even when no one is watching. The work that doesn't ask you to become someone else. That's not a fantasy, that's alignment. Something you can return to tomorrow without resistance. And when work becomes something you don't need to escape from, everything changes. If this way of thinking resonates with you, you can explore it deeper by checking out the full book linked in the caption.